And that's what I was just getting ready to say. We get right at it. I'm a TikTok dance. I love dancing. I just don't think that
AEW chants echo in the room. WWE's drama, the big pay-per-view. Boom. Wrestle talking, never stopping. Ring rope squeak, bodies dropping. Wrestle talking, feel the vibe. Smackdown suplex, keep it.
he thinks he's here. Okay? Everybody else is down here. CM Punk's up here. Oh, I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest.
Wrestler of the Year, Will Ospreay. Most Outstanding Wrestler, Will Ospreay. Tag Team of the Year, FTR. Best on the
Just
Indie.
because I was fucking blowing me out and I'd be on the floor.
Like Pat McAfee almost did during that segment. He even said it.
During that segment.
He almost tore his ACL.
That's right. So I was almost right.
He was
They got a
almost
half a point coming.
Gigi Dolan gave her a low blow and then said something on Twitter of I made your roast beef. Something.
Back on Instagram. So the women want their hoo-hoo called roast beef now. Is that the deal? Come on, you got to put.
Night, Tobu.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome in. I hope you can hear me. I hope I can hear Pops. My audio looks good.
Sounds good. Let me just do a little check for you. Because today I have my headphones plugged in.
Okay. So is it working?
So it's on. Yep. Sounding good.
Gotcha. It's going to be a little bit of a different episode.
I'm a little loud. You're a little low, but
I'm always a fucking little low. I turn
But
my
you can
mic
hear
all the way
you.
up, so it's fine. So, yeah. It's going to be a little bit different of an episode today. There is not a horror movie review because I did not watch the horror movie. So next week it'll just be 2 horror movies in one day. And we're only going to talk about a couple things because I've had a long ass day and I'm ready for bed.
there you go.
So, that being said, we're going to get...
You had a long day.
You don't get me started. We're going to get right into our Crown Jewel predictions that we did last week.
Go ahead and say it. Go ahead.
No, we had an Aussie street fight, Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed. I went Bronson Reed for 2 points, and Pops went Roman Reigns for 4. I won that. Stephanie Vaquer versus Tiffany Stratton. Pops went Tiffy time for 2 points. I went Stephanie Vaquer for 1. I won that one. We both went John Cena. I went for 4 points. Pops went for 3 points. So we both got that one right. We're gonna circle back to that match because it was one of the best matches I've ever watched. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors. We both went Rhea Ripley and Io Sky for 5 points. Pops is currently choking because I told him to stop eating food and he continuously ate food. So now
I didn't eat any.
And the WWE Men's Crown Jewel Champion, I went Seth Rollins for 2 points. Pops went Cody Rhodes for 1 point. And David with the clean sweep of predictions on WWE's Crown Jewel Australia. I 1 predictions. Clean sweep.
Congratulations.
Every single point. I doubled it.
Yeah, there you go. You got all your points.
To
That was good.
quickly recap, one of the best matches I've seen in WWE. John Cena versus AJ Styles.
It was fucking phenomenal.
From the entrances to the crowd with all the John Cena merch on, I thought that was amazing. But then to get that intro for AJ Styles, having AJ Styles in his OG TNA gear, I thought that was awesome. He is the ace of the Bullet Club, the leader of the Bullet Club. You know, Bullet Club
That's
mentioned, even Styles was like, oh shit, he just said that.
Right.
The people who were paid homage / tribute to in the match were Samoa Joe, Chris Jericho, Rusev, Christopher Daniels, The Miz, Randy Orton, The Undertaker, Frankie Kazarian, Shawn Michaels, Sting, teased the 619 by Cena, and the one that got me emotional and I'm sure it got Pops emotional too, was the Bray Wyatt tribute, and then pinning him, and then he was distraught that he kicked out or whatever, and then he looked up and he said something. I didn't get to see it because they cut away too fast, but the whole entire arena with the fireflies were out and all that. Oh, I got real.
Yes, it was very emotional. Like I was saying, as we were watching watching it together, very emotional, very emotional. I don't want to go too long on it and this and that, but I mean, that was just one hell of a match. And if that was the last time you're ever going to see AJ Styles versus John Cena, which it is, and it could be the last time that AJ Styles is in a big match like that. Yeah, because he's retiring.
Well,
he announced that after.
As announced on before the show, AJ Styles says this is his last year of wrestling. It is what they put on was a
match. I like I had said to you, a match of the year contender. I mean, definitely, it's got to be. In my eyes,
also a love letter to wrestling. Some say love letter, some say a thank you letter. It was a love letter to wrestling, and they paid homage to their match in 2016. They did not leave the ring once.
No. There you go.
So,
good stuff.
Other than that, the pay-per-view was great. I wish that whatever they put on for the Australia, I wish they would put that on every week, because
right. Yeah, we had talked about that. All the programming was pretty decent and all right and good and stuff like that over there in Perth. And I just think that they could do that product here in America.
They could, but they choose not to. Not the only emotional match of the weekend. I will say that much. But we will get on to that. Going into our TNA Bound for Glory. Hold on.
Yeah.
If
Gotta
you
make
were
sure
to
it gets
rate,
it right.
if you were to rate Crown Jewel on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate it? Before we get into Bound for Glory.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm going high, 8.0.
Do a 7.5. That's high for me.
That is high.
Countdown to Bound for Glory, the pre-show. We had Cassie Lee and Jessie McKay going up against the Elegance brand. I went with the Inspiration. Cassie Lee and Jessie McKay for 4 points. That gives me 4 points because Pops went with the Elegance brand for 1. There was a TNA International Championship match we did not go over. Frankie Kazarian lost his championship to Steve Macklin. They're kind of hot potatoing that title for some reason. I don't really like that, but it's okay. Tessa Blanchard defeated Gia Miller. Pops went Tessa Blanchard, racist. Gia Miller should have won the match. She is the better wrestler. But
David, she's not a wrestler.
she is a wrestler. She's
I
not
thought they were talking about how she wasn't.
Yeah, she's a commentator. She's a commentator on TNA. She wrestles. I watched her wrestle in Dayton. She's a wrestler on the Indies. So,
Well,
Tessa Blanchard.
Tessa, not a racist.
Don't get me fucking started, because
Let's not. Yeah, let's move on.
She is.
How many points did I win for that?
you got 2 points. You won by a point.
All right, let's go on. We can continue on.
22-person Call Your Shot Gauntlet Battle Royal winner gets a trophy and a contract that can invoke anytime within 1 year for a championship match of his choosing. Nick Nemeth and Frankie Kazarian both won. It's kind of dumb.
I did not like when that happened. I know we didn't do any predictions or anything like that.
Yeah, we didn't predict that one because there was no one.
But there was like fucking. I mean, I understand because later on in the evening we'll find out why and this and that, but
it was stupid.
they got to have a match or something to just clear that up. Go ahead. One takes.
Then TNA Knockouts World Champion, held by an NXT star, Kalani Jordan, defeated Indy Hartwell. We both went Indy Hartwell because we figured, TNA finally gets back all their championships. But why would they?
Right, and being bound for glory, I mean, that's like, it's kind of almost their WrestleMania, isn't it?
Like I said last week, every hotel has a TNA chair. Right in the corner. Then when there was Hardcore War, the System versus Order
And I do know what that means.
The System won. I got 5 points. Pops got 6 points. Great match. I loved some of the spots.
Oh, I loved every minute of that match.
Pops is obsessed over Eddie.
I mean, they come out. Okay, they come out with fucking their mascot.
That is not
They
their
came
mascot.
out.
What you have in your
This
hand
is not his
their
mascot. He is wearing a Red Sox shirt. Okay, up here we got the Red Sox hat. I'm saying, it's my favorite baseball team. They come out in the fucking Celtics colors, which is my basketball team, and they come out with Wally from fucking. It was over. It was over. Right.
Oh,
I was
fell
hyped.
asleep there.
Oh.
I bet. The worst ending to a match in fucking history, not just TNA, not just WWE. This puts WCW down. Leon Slater versus Javon Evans were putting on a 5-star match, and then NXT ruins it by Dark State interrupting the match. So that was a no contest, meaning neither of us got points. I obviously went Leon Slater. Pops went Javon Evans. I wish they would. I want them to run it back.
I think they might. They might end up running that back.
But here's the thing: is everyone wants to shit on fucking. Everyone wants to say TNA is doing so bad and TNA is not doing the right things. NXT is so much better. NXT is ruining TNA matches.
Right.
This partnership is not good for TNA. This is a NXT favored
partnership.
Partnership.
Yeah, definitely.
But I digress. Because then we get two of the best matches of the night. The Hardy Boys, the reigning and defending NXT and TNA Tag Team Champions, defeat Bully Ray and Devon Team 3D. Let me get a sip of my water real quick.
And I hope he's going to talk about the entrance of the Dudley Boys.
The entrance of the Dudley Boys. We seen Devon and Bubba come out with the table, their classic gear, their camouflage, and then we see Spike come out. We haven't seen Spike Dudley in a wrestling ring in a while. I was like this close, and I know it was just a fantasy in my head, but how cool would it have been if the Hardy Boys came out and then Lita came out with them?
Right, because
That
it
would've-
could have happened.
It would have set me
That
up.
would-
I would have freaked out.
I would have, yeah, fucking more than I already did.
The match was amazing. Jeff Hardy took a pretty big hit on the back of his head during one spot, which I got a little scared about because you can see it on the camera. He hit one of the rungs of the ladder with his head when he was eliminating Devon. The ending, Bully Ray just kind of gave up, and he didn't want to do it anymore. He didn't want to do it without Devon, obviously. I think that was the metaphor there. It was a very Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels ending. Matt Hardy puts his head underneath the arm, and he says, "I'm sorry." Jeff puts his head underneath the arm, tosses Bubba through the last table to end the match. The Hardy Boys retain. We both went 7 points on it. So
Yeah, it was fucking amazing.
that was a great match. And the Hardy Boys are getting ready. They're getting ready to leave the ring to give Team 3D their moment, and so they can have their moment, and they can, as a sign of respect, leave them in the ring so they can get all the glory. Bubba and Devon both grab Jeff and Matt, and they say, "No, you're not leaving." And then they start to take the boots off. Hey, what up? What up, Mello? How you doing? Talking about that match I was telling you about at work the other day. So they start
Mello.
taking their boots off, and I tell Pops, I texted him, I said, "I got tears. The screen's getting blurry. I can't really watch it." And they take their boots off and hand them to the Hardys, and they show Jeff just crying, and I was like, I lost it. And I told Pops, after they've been feuding for 30 years now?
Yes.
25, 30 years. They've been bitter enemies, but they've also been the best of friends throughout all those
Yeah, they
years.
traveled many of the years during the Edge Christian, those three teams going after each other and this, that. They all rode the road together. They all did the back in the days when you used to have to ride the road and stuff like that.
Yeah, and
They all traveled together.
I seen a post and it was like, imagine how Edge feels right now. One of his greatest rivals in John Cena is retiring. Two of his greater rivals in Team 3D retiring.
Yeah.
And he wasn't a part of either of those matches.
Yeah, right.
But dude, if I would have seen the Edge and Christian in this match, I don't think I would ever watch another match again. Like it would just it's peak.
It would cement. Well, I'll get to that later. But all right, come on.
Smoke another one.
Yeah.
And in the main event, we seen Trick Williams versus Mike Santana. I unfortunately went Mike Santana for 1 because that's all I had. Pops got Mike Santana for 5. Mike Santana is your new TNA World Champion.
Well, fucking deserved.
The most deserved champion in wrestling history. He's
Yes,
worked his ass off. He's overcome everything. And then just to end it off on that last... to end it off with him handing the title to his kid,
Right.
Again, got emotional. He did.
Yeah, it was a very emotional pay-per-view. I mean, and if you're going to ask me for a ranking of this one, I'm going 9.5.
Go 10.
Yeah, see?
Actually,
9.5.
no, I'll go 9.5 just because of the ending of the Leon Slater-Javon Evans match.
Right, yeah, that's I was just going to, that's not why I went 9.5, but now that you say that, yeah, that would be why I didn't give it a 10.
Well, pissed me off.
because it was so disappointing. So, but it was a good. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
It was a great pay per view.
amazing.
I did enjoy.
Then the only interesting thing that happened on Monday night was Seth Rollins getting turned on by the Vision.
And do you know there are people out there that are saying it's AI? Did you see that? Oh, that must be AI because that would never happen. And I seen that guy. Somebody put. I think it might have even been you that posted it. And then there are other people that are believing that it was AI. First of all, it was live television. You cannot fucking AI live television.
It was also at 8 o'clock in the morning, so a lot of people didn't see it live. So that's why a lot of people. So that's the only part I'm defending, is it was early, so they didn't see it. But no, it was not AI. They did turn on.
Yeah, I know. They did turn on him, and Seth has got an injury, and
Seth is injured. He will be out for a few months. That I'm seeing. Which I don't understand how that's going to happen because he's got a match.
that's gonna be 2 years.
No, it's not going to be 2 years.
I have sources.
Yeah. Your sources also think people are dead in the locker room. Sorry.
No. Yeah. Raw and SmackDown are canceled.
So, yeah, that was that. NXT sucked. I barely watched it. Because who watched it?
I mean, as far I watched it, but I don't remember anything really.
So, as my coworker said today, it literally kills 2 hours on a Tuesday night. That's all it does. And
Right, basically.
couldn't agree more.
I mean, they do. They every once in a while they get good, but now it's just NXT, TNA guys and this and that.
The only thing that
I'm
I
sorry,
remember,
but TNA puts on a better 2-hour show
I guess.
without having a ton of NXT stars. I mean, I watched TNA the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
I might not watch it tonight because I'm going to watch a football game.
So before we talk about AEW, I want to talk about someone who's in AEW that is under some scarce.
Some scarce.
Scarce is the word I'm using. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
What that mean?
I'm surprised your big news guy hasn't told you about this.
Oh, it's nothing in AEW.
Well, this is technically a part of WWE. If we want to get technical here. So, PWI Insider says Andrade could be kept out of the ring by WWE for 1 full year. Contractually due to a breach of his WWE deal when he was terminated. That would be subject to whether a stipulation of his WWE deal can be challenged successfully from a legal perspective. He left, was not told he had to do it 90 days, showed up, he did appearances that were outside of AEW, that were on the indies, then he showed up in AEW, and they said, oh,
Right.
you got a 90-day non-compete clause. It says, the initial belief within WWE circles was that since Andrade was cut outright, he was not going to be paid his 90 days and was free to perform elsewhere. After he began making his appearances, WWE clarified to Andrade that even though he was not going to get the traditional 90 days pay following his release, he was still subject to the 90-day period where he cannot perform elsewhere.
Yeah, that's not going to hold up in the court of law, anyways.
Exactly.
You can't. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna. It's not the fucking government. He can't. They can't say, okay, we're not giving you the 90-day clause or whatever. We're not going to pay you for it. You have to pay him for it
Yeah,
if that's what.
pay him. And that's what I was
That's
saying.
what the contract said.
That's what I was
Right.
saying when I was talking to my mother about this. Is that you're not going to fire someone and then say, hey, I'm not going to pay you for 90 days. Figure it the fuck out.
Right.
No.
Especially with the being.
And this is all TKO. This isn't, if it was normal WWE not bought by, they would have said, okay, go ahead. See ya.
See you later.
He wasn't being used. It doesn't matter.
Your wife is a bigger star. Your ex-wife.
He doesn't have a wife and she sucks. But yeah, so fuck WWE per usual.
She's racist.
Stop speaking out loud.
Hey, I'll shut up.
Oh, about time.
How about Taco Bell?
Holy shit, there is so much to talk about on this.
What? What are we talking
I'm
about?
trying to think of. Speaking of Taco Bell, as Pop just said, shout out my boy, Big Doggy. That is Mello from my job. Streamer here on Twitch. Go over and follow him. There's not.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what. A lot happened last night. So.
Hey, baby Berg. How you doing? How come we're not seeing comments?
Whoops. Fix that real quick. Yeah. So let's get right into talking about WrestleDream.
Wrestle Dreams. It's a wrestling event of my dreams.
So do you want to do the Saturday night tailgate as well? Or do you want to just do the main card? Saturday night tailgate has 4 matches on it. And then the main card has like 6.
That's up to you. Are we doing this rate and ranking thing like we did?
I guess.
Yay, nay. I mean,
I said yeah.
we can break it up. We can do the 4, and then we can do the 6 for the big guys.
Saturday night.
Because I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to do a 10 thing.
All right. So Saturday tailgate brawl.
All right.
First matchup, we got Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford. Versus Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron.
All
I'll
right.
let you go first.
Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale for 4. How about that?
I think you're a little dumb, but I'm gonna go
Thank
Megan
you.
Bayne and Penelope Ford for 2.
I don't know the other matches.
If you guys don't know what we're doing our predictions, obviously, for the Saturday Night Brawl, but we're doing confidence points, so there's a decisive winner at the end of the day. Me and Pops have, we've tied too much.
Right. And while watching it and this and that, it gives I don't know.
It gives a little bit.
This
more
gives
of
me like a ray of hope.
yeah,
Like I'm
if
at
Pops-
DraftKings or
if
something.
Pops-
Oh yeah, I got 4 points there.
If Pops actually paid attention to the Discord in the show, instead of saying, "So how many points I got now? How many points I got now?" Next up, we have the Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli, Pac, Wheeler Yuta, and Daniel Garcia versus the Conglomeration, Orange Cassidy, Tomohiro Ishii, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong. And I'm going first, and I'm going to go with the Death Riders. Why do I go with the Death Riders? Because they've been on a killing spree. Am I going high confidence points? Not at all. I'm going with 1.
So I am going to go
And I skipped a match.
the Death Riders for 3 points.
I do like. I do like the conglomeration. Like I do like them a lot.
I like them, but there's no way that.
You said 3 points.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
That's Zack Ryder was never a part of the.
Oh man! Breaking news: Ace really died.
I'll keep my comments to myself.
Kiss.
Okay. So now I won't keep my comments to myself. Breaking news: no one gives a shit.
Come on!
FTR versus Jet Speed.
All right, I go first here. FTR for 2.
I'm going.
See how I did that? 4, 3, 2.
I'm also going FTR 5, 4. whatever it is. So now you have left 1, and I have left 3. Now the last match is a little hard to determine. It's versus Jet Speed. It's going to be Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey.
Oh, McBailey. I mean, I would like to see them win, but they're not going to. That's the whole. Because it would have been on the main card.
The
Because
next,
they'd want definitely more people to watch that.
I'm actually going to go Jet Speed. And I'm going to change my answer from 4 to 3. Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
What?
So what one are you changing?
I changed it to Jet Speed, and I'm changing my answer to 3. I had a 3 left. My last match will be the 4th confidence point. Your last match is 1.
Okay.
Which the last match is Eddie Kingston and Hook versus 2 mystery opponents. We don't know who the mystery opponents are. Obviously, mystery.
Right. I'm gonna go with Eddie Kingston and Hook for the 1.
We're both going Eddie Kingston and Hook. Mine is for 4. Yours is for 1. I do see them. That was another thing that they said. Like on, I know we barely talked about AEW because there was just. It was 3 hours. A lot of shit happened, but it was a lot of promos being like, "Hey, we're coming out tomorrow night. Here's this is what we're doing," you know. But yeah, that is.
There's a lot of 3-man, 6-man.
Yeah, there was a lot of trios matches. All right, so
And only one was for trios titles, wasn't it?
Megan Bain and Penelope Ford versus Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron, not Harley. Megan Bain and Penelope Ford is who I went with for 2 confidence points. Pops went with Harley and Willow for 4. We both went the Death Riders for the Death Riders versus Conglomeration. I went 1 point, you went 3 points. FTR versus Jet Speed. I went Jet Speed for 3, you went FTR for 2. And we both went Hook and Kingston 4 and 1. So that was our Saturday night tailgate predictions.
Dun, 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 dun.
I don't like how they do these backwards.
Chink, 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 chink. I really hope Ace really didn't die.
I'm pretty sure he did. I'll be 100%
That
honest
sucks.
with you. I thought he was dead already. If he passed.
This, you know, is one of my. Yes, it was. It was Elmo's World. I was doing Elmo's World.
Yeah,
But,
we know, because you're fucking special. Alright, I gotta go to
it
this.
reminds me back of that time when I thought Elmo was going to the clouds. You were but yet a
need to
boy.
just stop talking.
This is story time with Pops.
No, it's not.
David was but a boy. We were
No,
watching.
Shut up, please. Thank you. Match 1, Jamie Hayter versus Tekla.
Now, this is 6 matches, right? So we got to go to a 1 through 6.
Let me recount just to make sure. There's 8 matches.
8. Okay. So, now, I'm going to go first here, right? It's Megan Bain, right?
Jamie Hayter
Okay, go ahead.
versus Tekla.
Okay, I'm going to go Tekla, and I'm going to start low. I'm going to start with 2.
I'm going Jamie Hayter for 3.
All right.
So I have to write this down somewhere so I remember.
Very smart of you.
Well, we all know I don't get my brains from you. So I have 3. You have 2.
Okay.
All right. So the next matchup we got here, the trios match. Getting a little repetitive here, but not, and that's okay because there is storytelling at the end of the day. I can't talk and type at the same time.
Right.
But it's not WWE level of repetitiveness. But this is the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, MVP versus the Demand, Ricochet, Bishop Khan, and Toa Leona. And the amount that Ricochet and the Gates of Agony, or the Demand as they are known, they've been taking a lot of losses. So as Baby Berg said, we hurt people. I do understand that, but I think that they lose this match. Even though they did win last night, I think they win on a pay-per-view for once.
All right, what'd you go for points wise?
I'm gonna 2. I'm not very confident in that. I love the Hurt Syndicate, but I just don't think that they're. I think in my head when I'm booking this is I put the Demand over. I agree. I usually do too, Allie.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with the Hurt Business
The Hurt Syndicate.
for 4.
So they're called the Hurt Syndicate, not the Business.
Well, I'm using their government name. That was their WWE name, wasn't it?
Yeah. Hold on, I just gotta work text.
Who's the third person? MVP?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or could we get a surprise? Hey, not Cedric Alexander.
It is Cedric Alexander. That's who you're thinking of.
No, that's what I'm saying. It can't be because Cedric Alexander just signed a contract with TNA or WWE, one of the two. So when I seen that, I was like, oh, fucking David's dream can't come true right yet. Well, welcome back.
What up? Welcome back. Match number 3 is Nick Jackson and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks, versus Jurassic Express. Winner gets $500,000. As much.
Okay, I'm supposed to. Am I to go first? Or?
I'm going first. No, you're going first. That's right. Sorry.
All right. Well, you say what you got to say, and then I'll.
No. Go ahead.
I'd like to know your input.
No,
because
I don't want to give you my input.
This
Sway
is another. I'm not enjoying it. Jurassic Park.
I got you. Jurassic
For
Express.
3. Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Express.
Na. Did you know that Elmo's song there, Elmo's theme, was done by Ace Frehley? No. Okay. What did I say? Yeah, 5 for 3, right?
For 3, yes.
Yeah.
Jurassic
I'm writing it
Express
down this time.
is going to be on a level. Who knows? I would like to see Jurassic Express. We all know the Bucks are assholes, so they're probably going to cheat to win.
Right. And they just win $500K and they blew it all.
Yeah, the Bucks.
So
The Bucks
that's why I was kind of.
I'm going the Bucks. I got 3.
Because they seem to like to do the storyline.
I'm going the Bucks for 1. Like I said, I'm not confident in it at all. Oh my god, press the wrong thing. At all, I'm not confident. My mic should be better.
See, I was thinking that same thing. I had said that to him earlier. I seem really high, and I don't know. Is there something?
I fiddled it. Shouldn't
No,
use
I
that
can.
word. AEW
What did you figure?
World Tag Team Champions. AEW World Tag Team Championships are on the line. It's going to be Brodito versus the Don Callis family, Kazuchika Okada and Konosuke Takeshita. Konosuke Takeshita recently, congratulations, winning the IWGP World Championship. So,
Yeah.
Brodito
You go first.
is going to win it. And I'm going to go 5 on Brodito.
And I totally agree with you.
And I'm going to go 5 on Brodito.
Because the two of them can't seem to get along to begin with.
I think this is the straw that breaks the camel's back.
Right. And we're going to see something like that. So I am going with Brodito for 6. Strategically placing my 6.
Gotcha. The AEW TNT Championship is on the line. Mark Briscoe, the challenger, versus the AEW TNT champion Kyle Fletcher. This is their 5th matchup, and it is for the championship yet again.
All right. I love him. You know I do. And I'm going to go Mark Briscoe. But I'm going to go with my number 1 here. Because I know it's going to be Kyle Fletcher. But I found the chance that they're going to give it to Mark. It is for the championship, so they're going to keep fucking what's his name as the champion. But I'm going Briscoe for the 1.
I'm going Kyle Fletcher for 4, I guess. That's the lowest one I have. But I do think that it's not. It's not that it's not Mark Briscoe's time. I understand that. Mark Briscoe is AEW World Champion material currently. He's very hot. Put a strap on him. Give him a title. Give him the international title. Give him something else. It's currently not his time for the TNT Championship. Kyle Fletcher's not. Do not have him lose it yet. He's just getting started. You know what I mean? If you're gonna take it off him, make it be that you're putting him in a program with Hangman Adam Page or Samoa Joe, whoever wins that world title, and have him take that world title.
Right.
Next, I Quit match. And I want to talk about that. That's something we should have talked about, or we can talk about, is that promo segment between Jon Moxley and Darby Allin in the fucking prison or whatever.
Yeah, that was
called an undisclosed location. They had like a glass wall. It was like they were in prison.
It was a prison, yeah. That's where that was. Yeah,
that
had to been tough.
Was so good. Like
yeah.
The quality, A+. The just it was like I was
cinematic.
watching a movie.
Right, exactly. That's why I just said the cinematic.
And then Pac attacking him at the end and just like bloodying him and putting him up.
Yeah, smashing him into that fucking, because that those are in the prison in between the walls. They got those little grates that you can talk through, and that's what he was smashing his head into, and it was just like, and then fucking watching his face, he's fucking rolling down, and he falls onto the ground, and that brings up later on in the night when he comes fucking crawling in like a fucking zombie to try to get in the ring. It was like, this is fucking
And
great.
what did he do? He planted that flag that he went to Mount Everest with, and he put it in the middle of that ring. That man is dedicated to his craft. He's dedicated to
right. He was fucking right.
And that's why I'm going with Darby Allin for 7 points.
All right. Now there's no titles or anything like that in line.
No, there's no.
So
this is the perfect time. Give Jon Moxley a little bit of a vacation. He went immediately from holding that AEW World Championship for almost 2 years, whatever it was. Let him have a vacation. The man has done a lot. I get it. Let him take a month off.
Or have him go over. He's going to probably more than likely not take a month off, but go out and do other things. Right. Go to Japan and this and that, and try to go for his title there. So I am going to go with Darby, and that's my number 5. Yep.
I have to pee. Do you want to do a story time with Pops real quick? You can talk about.
Hey, David had to go to a quick pee, and I was just like earlier, I was doing the Elmo song, and I said, hey, this would be a perfect time for. Well, David was a young man, and we used to watch the Sesame Street. I was obsessed. I loved Elmo. Okay, so there was an episode we were watching, and Elmo was started floating up in the air, and he ended up in a cloud. Now, my adult mind was like, wow, he's going to heaven. I thought they were like killing Elmo off, and they were gonna make him go up into heaven and this and that. But no, he hung out on the little cloud and stuff, and it was just like, but because I used to collect Elmo stuff and this and that. I loved Elmo and this and that. La 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 la. But Yeah, David was just like he was little, and he was just like looking at me like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Why are you getting like you're gonna cry?" Yeah. And after that, he started buying me. He started buying me Elmo shit just to make fun of me as he got older, and I would tell that story and this and that. So yeah, that's gonna be my quick little story time with pops. So and stuff like that, but. Keep getting a ding in my ear. Somebody in the old man group, I think they might be telling me about. Let's see. We're gonna go. We're gonna check the. Okay. Bump. Yep. It is. It is true. Ace Frehley, founding guitarist for Kiss, dies at age of 74. So you heard it here first. We heard Gary say it in the background, and Rob has just posted the link to the YouTube breaking news. R.I.P. Ace. I saw Ace a few times, many a times actually, with the band Kiss and also without them. Frehley's Comet was a couple of my favorite concerts of all time. It was just, he was awesome. New York Groove was just recently used in a Walking Dead episode, or not a Walking Dead episode. Yeah, it was a Walking Dead episode. Can't remember if it was Walking Dead or if it was the two of us. It was the two of us, or all in. I don't know the name of that show that I watch, but yeah, New York Groove. I also do a show with Rob, which was Sports Rob and the Boob, and I've gone black, and I don't know if I'm coming back, and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, so that was our theme song, Back in the New York Groove, because Rob's a sports Rob. But that you have it. That was story time with Pops.
All right, there we go. Thank you for doing that. I was half here for your thing. Rest in peace, Ace Frehley, I guess.
Right. It was awesome.
On people who are alive, AEW Women's Championship is on the line.
Hey, that's a good lead way.
Tony
People that might be alive.
Tony Storm versus Chris Statlander for the AEW Women's World Championship.
Currently held by
Stats second
Chris
defense.
Statlander. Right.
You do go first on this one, buddy.
Oh, I do. Okay. Well, as you just said, it's her second defense. Don't believe that they're going to have to. I really, they better not. I'm going Statlander for 7.
I'm going Statlander for 6. Like I said, only her second defense. Tony Storm is great, but I don't want to see them hot potato.
Right. I don't want to see them hot potato. And I feel after all the shit that they've been doing, I mean, it's some great shit working into this and stuff like that. They're going to put on a fucking stellar match. That's why I saved up my 7 and 8 for the last 2 matches, because I mean, they are going to be hopefully the matches of the night, and I can see that being the ladies' match.
I'm telling you, Samoa Joe and Hangman is going to be great, but
Right.
I think that I Quit match is going to be the match of the night.
Yeah. I know. I got it up there for the 5. I think I did 5 on that one, and I think it could. It could. And I would like that. That would be great, and stuff like that, like you say. But I mean, this women for the women, you ain't gonna get any better than this.
No.
I mean, I love Tony Storms. I hated this gimmick and stuff like that, but I'm starting to like it and getting into it. And
Yeah.
of course, your love for Chris Statlander, I have also enjoyed her very much, and it's good to see her. And I went on her. So, go ahead with your prediction.
The main event, I already told my prediction. I said Statlander for 6, and you just rambled on for good.
Okay, you agree. Okay.
For 5 minutes. Main event, AEW Men's World Championship, Samoa Joe versus Hangman Adam Page defending his championship. Fun fact, Samoa Joe has come out in a recent interview that once his contract is up, Samoa Joe's retiring. This is his last.
Another one. Yeah.
I'm losing my fucking childhood, so whatever. Keep it going. I'm going Hangman Adam Page for 8.
And I'm also going Hangman for 8.
I figured. This match
Well,
again is going to be number 2 on the night. I don't think Hangman's never won against Samoa Joe. He's never beaten Samoa Joe. Oh yeah, dude, Samoa Joe is sick. One of the coolest dudes, but also, like, if Hangman didn't just get the title, I would think that this would be.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I agree 100%.
Dethrone him.
Right, it would be nice, but I don't see it. I think they're going to put on a hell of a match. We're going to see Joe announcing that kind of jazz. Yeah. But I would, if they had taken the trios titles off of them,
I would have felt.
then I would have went with Samoa Joe.
Yeah, just Samoa Joe. I think before he does get out of there, he will be the world champion again.
I would like to see that. Yes, yeah. I mean, he deserves it.
So now
He's like Mike. You know,
he's like a Mike.
like what's his name?
Mike. That guy, Mike.
You know, yeah,
Mike.
Mike Santana.
There you go.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
So there you go. Yeah, but
So to quickly recap our ginormous card here. This is for Wrestle Dream, not Wrestle Talk, is what I wrote at the top of this. Wrestle Dream, this is going to be this Saturday. It is Jamie Hayter versus Tekla. I went Jamie Hayter for 3 points. You went Tekla for 2. Match number 2 was the Syndicate, the Hurt Syndicate versus the Demand. I went the Demand for 2. You went the Hurt Syndicate for 4. The Bucks versus Jurassic Express for $500,000. I went the Bucks for 1. You went Jurassic Express for 3. The World Tag Team Champions, Brodito versus the Don Callis family. We both went Brodito. I went for 5. You went for 6. The TNT Championship, Mark Briscoe going up against the champion Kyle Fletcher. I went for Kyle Fletcher for 4. You went Mark Briscoe for 1. Match number 6, an I Quit match, Darby Allin versus John Moxley. We both went Darby Allin. I went 7. You went 5. The AEW Women's Championship, Toni Storm versus Chris Statlander. We both went Statlander. I went 6. You went 7. Main event, AEW Men's World Championship, Samoa Joe versus Hangman Adam Page. We both went Hangman Adam Page for 8.
there you have it.
Shit.
You did all that like 2 breaths. That's pretty good.
I'm working on my Excalibur.
Hey, have we had all during the show say where you can pick up a beautiful shirt like
I
this?
didn't read the chat while I was downstairs. I was literally typing it. I put exclamation point merch, exclamation point link tree, exclamation point Discord, and you were just talking to Rob.
No, I wasn't talking to Rob. I looked to see the message.
Checking.
I
your
did
phone.
an awesome story time with Pops. I talked about my Elmo experience, about him going to the clouds, and then I was like, it ding 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 twice,
Ding ding ding.
and I was like, okay, maybe it's something, and Rob officially sent it to the group chat.
Yeah, I know.
So-
R.I.P.
So is it time for fuck you of the week?
Yeah. I was gonna say something nice, and then you're like, "Is it time for fuck you of the week?"
No, you go ahead and say something nice.
I was gonna say, it's very sad that we have lost a legend. I couldn't think of the word. I don't know why I put quotations around it, but lost a legend in Ace Frehley.
A musician, musical genius.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay. Now you know your dad. Okay, who is number one
Unfortunately,
when it comes to playing guitar? Randy Rhoads. Number two is Ace Frehley. His electrifying guitar work and stuff like that, solos, his guitar they would put inside. Oh, it was he was just amazing, stuff like that. So, musical icons. You know, Kurt Cobain, John Lennon. You know, for singers, guitars, you got that. But we're not going to go on to them.
where's your fuck you of the week? I'm waiting for it.
All right, fuck you of the week. It goes out to the Chicago motherfucking Bears. That's right, for fucking up this year's comeback against the Washington Redskins. Jaden Daniels never lost a fumble recovery in his 2 years. The promo comes up, and what happens? That was what happens. He fumbles, and they get 6 points off of that or whatever. They get a field goal. I don't know what the fuck. I turned the shit off. But that was my fuck you of the week.
My fuck you of the week is to the inconsiderate asshole customer at my job who is there almost every day. I won't say his name, but a couple of my coworkers who watch us know who it is. Fuck that guy. Just saying, if you come to a public place, you do not own a seat in that restaurant. If you are asked, if someone's in your seat and you ask them to move, you deserve to be smacked in your mouth. And also, public service announcement, clean up after your fucking self when you go to a restaurant. Okay? It's my fuck you of the week.
All right. So now we're doing shout outs. Am I going first?
Good job, yeah. That's how this works.
All right. My shout outs this week, we're going to start off with Santos Escobar. For knowing his worth and declining his contract and being ready to leave the WWE, he signed a much bigger con deal and will remain with the WWE. Like Killer Cross, negotiating new contract with the WWE is much easier now, I believe, with other companies being around. Okay? With that being said, you know what I'm saying. There's AEW, there's NWA, there's a lot of people out there now. You can go to them, TNA, you know, blah, 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 blah. So, now, that was number one. Number two, the Hardys and Dudleys together. For again, giving this old man a reason to be like a Mark in that famous video. It's real to me. They put on a hell of a match for four men with a combined age of over 200 years old. All right. Tears were brought to my eyes after their grueling match on Sunday, and the memories never to be forgotten as 3D removed their boots and handed them to the Hardys. Well, I will never see a couple of tag teams that have cemented their place in history. There's not going to be, like we've said earlier, the Edge and Christian, those three teams, I mean, once the three of them are gone, there's never going to be three tag teams that are ever going to, maybe we got, Lucha Brothers, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But, I just want to give that shout out there. And then my final shout out of the week is to Mike Santana. That's right, Mike Santana. I was going to do a shout out for a rooster, but I decided I wasn't going to do that because it was too long of a story. But Mike Santana, for finally realizing his dream, like Dave was saying earlier, and and then that ending was again I mean, that was a night filled. That pay-per-view. I should have just given a shout out to that pay-per-view itself because the emotions up and down and this and that and happiness and sadness all at once. And that's my shout outs for the week.
So unlike Pops, I will just shout out the whole entire Bound for Glory pay-per-view as a whole. As he said, a very emotional night. The Dudley Boys handing their boots over to the Hardys, Mike Santana handing the title to his daughter. It was just all around great moments throughout the night. That's my first shout out. Shout out number 2 is to, like he said, my wonderful mod, my favorite mod, Blue Viking. Recently returning back to streaming, so if you guys aren't following him already, make sure you follow him. He brings great content over there in the EFED community. Also, Big Doggy, shout out him. Mello from my work also streams, so he gets a free shout out as well. Type his name in the chat, you'll see it. I can't give him another shout out for another 20 minutes. We're not going to be live for another 20 minutes. Shout out to, and then we get another free shout out because I know he's going to complain. Shout out to White Lion Studios as well. All jokes aside, one of my best friends in Mac, which I will hopefully, I'm not going to say anything, but we might be seeing each other very soon. Hopefully. And my third and final shout out is another double shout out is to John Cena and AJ Styles. As soon as John Cena is done with his retirement tour, we're going to get the AJ Styles retirement tour. And these men made me sit at the edge of my seat and watch wrestling by the constant, just good wrestling that they actually put on. And it made me not hate WWE for about 20 minutes. I really don't hate WWE. I just hate the content that they've recently been putting out. But it was great. It was good to watch and not hate it for 20 minutes. Now we're going to, unfortunately, leave. We're going to raid out. We're going to be back here tomorrow for our TPW Showdown. Our EFED. I'm just looking for someone to raid.
Right up there. RTBW. Tomorrow night at 5 o'clock.
If you are not already in our Discord, join our Discord. Stay up to date with us. And everything like that. Excuse me.
Right. Make sure you get in there. And there's some awesome behind the scenes stuff. And you get to vote on things, and you get to do stuff, and you can give me ideas for story times with Pops, which will be coming up every other week, coming up after this month, or maybe even in the beginning of the new year. I'm not too sure. But then you can also give David movies. He puts out a little thing each week about movies he should watch, and you can pick that movie.
And VWE returns in 2 weeks. So
2 weeks. And there you go.
That's where you also find what?
Some of that stuff.
We're going to raid Chad Hammonds. He's playing Warframe.
All right, good, because I haven't been there. I've been going to his TikToks, so put them hashtags in there.
There we go. Use those hashtags when we raid over at Chad Hammonds. Pretty sure he used to be a part of our EFED. Might make his comeback.
Yes.
Who knows? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, we are out of here. Use those hashtags. Let them know we sent you.
Peace, love, monkeys. We're gone.
Tomorrow for RTPW. Good night, everybody.